It's another edition of Time About the Movies, and today we're taking a look at the movie of May 4th, 2001. And let me just say, after the last couple of weeks where we've had one bad movie after another, it is nice to know that we do have a weekend where there is a movie that is at least somewhat tolerable. I'm not going to say it's a great movie per se, but it is at least a movie that I can say that there is some redeemable qualities to it, even if the redeemable qualities to it are not always the greatest thing about the movie, but let's talk about said movie. The movie that's going to kick off the 2001 summer movie season, and that is, of course, The Mummy Returns. So, in The Mummy Returns, many years ago in ancient Egypt, we have a man known as the Scorpion King, played by The Rock, leading a menacing army, but when he sold his soul to Anubis, he's erased from history. Now he's only a myth, or is he? Rick and Evelyn, once again played by Brendan Fraser and Rachel Weisz, are still discovering new artifacts with their 8-year-old son Alex. They discover the bracelet of Anubis, but someone else is after the bracelet. High Priest Imhotep is back, Arnold Vosloo. He's been brought back from the dead once again and wants the bracelet to control the Scorpion King's army. But that's not the only problem. Imhotep now has Alex with the bracelet attached to him and doesn't have that long to live, so the hijinks ensue from that point. And like I said, The Mummy Returns, the Mummy movies are not really the best movies in general. The first movie was fun, I'll give it that. Like, it felt like a fun adventure film with an idea that it's not going to be taken too seriously. And this one really does not take itself that seriously, because some of the CG effects in this movie are really, really dated. I don't think I need to tell you about what the Scorpion King looks like in CG, because you probably know that's one of the worst CG effects ever. But at the same time, though, this movie still has those elements of it's so bad it's good type of stuff here. Like, there are scenes in this movie that are ridiculously stupid, and there are shots in this movie that are so ridiculously stupid. And in fact, why am I even talking about these shots? Why don't I actually show you the funniest shot in the entire movie? This is from the end of the movie. This is from the climax of the movie. I just want you to take a look at this scene in particular, and I'm going to pause it at the point where it's friggin' hilarious. I mean, just look at this thing. Like, this is something that you need to somehow make a picture out of this. Get a frame and frame it up on your wall. This is art right here. I mean, you have Brendan Fraser finding a CG rock with Arnold Vosloo giving this over-the-top reaction that looks like he's screaming at the top of his lungs, like, no! Like he's doing, because he is screaming at the top of his lungs in the scene. But my God, this scene is just, it's beautifully bad. Like, this is something that, like I said, you hang it in a museum and you hang it as a piece of art, because that's exactly what this thing is right here. This right here is a piece of art that needs to be hung in a museum or in a wall somewhere. Just like someone needs to frame this image right here and give it to me as a gift. I don't know who would want to do that, but if you want to do that, let me know, because I would love to have this image on my walls. Like, it's like one of those, this is art right here. This is really, really art right here. But with that said, though, there are moments where the CG still looks pretty cool. Like, you can tell Dwayne Johnson has a little bit of that early charisma that would later take up most of his career in film down the road with his performance. I mean, he doesn't really say a whole lot in this movie, but he leaves that for the Scorpion King. But you can just tell he's got screen presence there. It's definitely there in this movie, even though he doesn't really say a whole lot. It doesn't really it's not really given a whole lot to do until later on down the road here. But as far as the movie itself goes, it's fine for what it is. It's not as good as the first Mummy movie, but it certainly is much better than anything that comes after this movie, because you get Tomb of the Dragon Emperor, which is a really, really bad sequel, and then you have the Tom Cruise movie, which is a really, really bad movie, period. But this still has some elements to it that are still fun enough that I would say it's definitely worth checking out. If you like the first one, you definitely get some fun in this movie here. It's definitely not the same movie as the first film, but it is still a fun film in general. And it does have those moments that are so laughably bad that you will remember them for years and years to come. Such as that scene I just showed you. But The Mummy Returns. Not a bad way to start off the summer movie season. Grab some popcorn and have some fun with it. And so with that said, we wrap up another edition of Time About the Movies. We'll have 2 movies to look at next time, including Heath Ledger in one of his first leading film roles in A Knight's Tale. And we also have the animated feature, The Trumpet of the Swan. Yeah, The Trumpet of the Swan. I thought it was The Triumph of the Swan, but no, it's The Trumpet of the Swan. So 2 movies we'll look at next time around, and we'll delve into those on the next episode. But until then, Thank you so much for watching, and that's my Instagram going off. So just if you hear that beeping sound throughout this, that's just that. So with that said, thank you so much for watching, and if you want to see more videos like this, please hit the playlist on the next page, check out the previous episode, and also don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. While we were putting videos up today, we hit 3,000 subscribers, so I already did a little short video, but I will say in long form, thank you so much for that, for coming to the channel, liking the video, supporting the channel, subscribing to it. If you haven't yet, you're doing yourself a huge disservice if you like these videos, because we do post videos here every day, and hopefully we can keep this going. So once again, thank you so much for 3,000 subscribers. Thank you for checking out this episode, and I will see you guys next time for the next one. So thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. So until then, as always, take care.